Hi there, and welcome to Faith in 5, where we believe you can build your faith in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Reggie Wilson, and I'm back with another exciting episode. Today, we're going to be in the book of Exodus. That's Exodus chapter 17, starting in verse 10. And we're going to talk about relationships, the value of relationships, the benefit of relationships, and how you can do more together than apart. And in this scripture, pretty much, you'll understand how Moses, Joshua, Aaron, and Nun did just that. Now, in Exodus chapter 17, starting in verse 10, just to give you a little backdrop to the story, Moses tells his aide, Joshua, to go and set up the men and get them prepared for battle so they could go and fight the Amalekites. So he does just that. So once he does that, let me share with you what happened in verse 10. It says, so Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on each side, so that his hands remained steadily until sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekites' army with the sword. Now, just to share a little bit about that story, the benefit and the beauty of it is that Joshua was given orders from that point. He was given orders from Moses because Joshua was Moses' aide. He said, go ahead and set up the army and go and defeat the Amalekites. So Joshua goes and does what he's told, but Moses sits a little bit up on a hill. And as he goes on the hill, he takes two people with him. He takes Aaron and he takes Hur. So both of them are there with him. So Moses is up on this hill and he has his staff up like this, and he's holding it up. And as he's holding it up, guess what? The Israelites are getting victory. They're being victorious. But what happens when his arm gets tired and he lets it down? Guess what? The Amalekites stops winning. So Aaron and Hur, realizing this, they said, look, he's going to get tired. They put a stone behind him so he could sit down. And when he sat on the stone, he was okay. So when his hands were up, both of them, they was getting tired, both of them. One was on the left side, the other was on the right side, and they were holding his arms up steadily. So until sunset. So it actually gave the Israelites the victory. But the benefit of it is simply this. Moses didn't do it on his own. His arms got tired. He had two friends, two people there that were helping him. He had Hur there and he had Aaron there. And they helped him out. And because he got that help, he was able to be victorious. But one point I want to make, think about this for a second. You see, when that staff was coming down, what does that represent? Think about that. What could that staff represent? It could be problems. It can be issues, pretty much the weight of the world. But due to the fact he had his friends around him to help and navigate him through it, he was able to be victorious. The whole Israelite community was able to be victorious. You see, there's a benefit of working together. There's a benefit of having real relationships and friends. So whether you're going through things through thick and thin, you don't have to carry your own staff and try to keep it up. Someone could help you. Someone could help you with lighten your burdens. Here's the question for the day. Who's helping you hold your staff up? And not only that, whose staff are you helping to hold up? You see, we're all interconnected. We all need each other. So I want you to think about those two questions. And if you don't know, guess what? You need to find out right away. And if you're not holding up anyone's staff, go and help somebody. We were designed that way. Do something that's pretty much out of yourself and be like Aaron and Hur and hold someone else's arms up. So guys, I thank you for joining me today for Faith in 5. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe, and see you next time on Faith in 5.